Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'm Nye, and it's still the Lost. Okay, so. Are you sure you want me to die? Oh, I am very sure. I am more sure about this than I've been sure about anything in my entire life. I just want you to know that. I really want you to die. Been kind of curious about something lately. And maybe those of you who work for the company in question can tell me. So, every so often, I'll get a craving to go and, enjoy some Taco Bell, right? Not a hugely big deal, of course, it's only Taco Bell. And I'll go there and I'll grab something. And generally, I like to grab myself like a, whoop, okay, well, there was the shot to the right, there was a spider to the left, and apparently that's what happened. So, I'll be going, I'll just get myself a pretty standard meal, really. Wow, that was just, okay, apparently I need to get back in the groove of things. So what I usually do is I grab myself a quesadilla meal. Okie dokie. And occasionally, if I'm hungry enough, I'll also grab myself a, you can do that, Wrath. I'll also grab myself a grilled stuffed beef burrito. And what typically happens is my usual fare. This is me ordering way too much, and in doing so, generally, I just kind of, I'll eat one bit of it for now, and I'll eat more later. So, I'm going to eat the grilled stuffed beef burrito now, and in a couple hours, I'll go, okay, now I'm hungry again, and then I'll eat the quesadilla. Makes sense, right? At least I think it does, so, god damn it. I cannot play this game anymore. So, occasionally, Taco Bell will come out with some new product. It depends on what it is. It might be this, it might be the, Doritos Locos Tacos, which I don't like at all, to be honest with you. It might be, what were they, the taquitos, or whatever they did? And it might be that steak, triple steak stack, or whatever the hell it was that they did. So what'll happen is, every so often, one of them will actually look delicious. And don't ask me how this actually happens, I don't know. But I'll come to the conclusion that, well, you know what? For some reason, seeing three things of steak just stacked on top of each other with nothing but cheese and flatbread, that looks delicious. I should go try that. And generally what gets me to think that is because I saw some freaking commercial which showed, man, that looks goddamn good. So I'll see the commercial, and then I'll go to Taco Bell. And I'll pull up to the drive-thru, and I'll see right there, on their menu, is that very same thing. So even give me the name of it, because usually I'll have forgotten the name. And I'll order it, that, whatever it is, the triple steak stack or whatever it is. And then I hear these words from the person on the microphone. I'm sorry, sir. We are no longer... that item was discontinued. Wait, what? No, you're still advertising it. It's on your signs. You have a price on it and everything. It is in your commercials, which are still being shown on TV. What do you mean it's discontinued? Do you not have the ingredients? Is that what you're telling me? That you no longer have steak and cheese and flatbread? Are you informing me that there was a recall done on this particular item because it was dangerous in some way, and you guys are no longer allowed to make it? You have made you had exactly enough foodstuffs to make just one last one. And you made that one, and now you are 100% out of all of the ingredients in such a way that you couldn't even substitute it to make it work. Is that what you're telling me? I don't get it. I have never in my life seen this happen so much at one company. I can understand a little bit if this was an occasional thing. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I know that you came here looking for the Little Mac amiibo, and I regret to inform you that Nintendo has discontinued the Little Mac amiibo. I am so sorry. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about, the amiibos are the exact wrong example to give, because that is a physical example of exactly what I'm talking about. So, but it's I can't Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. The Toyota Corolla that you came in here to buy, Toyota just spontaneously, as of 2 hours ago, discontinued all Toyota Corollas. No, sir, we don't have any. No, we literally sold out since you saw that commercial. That's what this feels like to me. This also feels like one of those like false advertising things. I know that customers use that phrase a lot. False advertising, and I'll admit there's that feeling, there's that temptation. You see something advertised, it doesn't come out exactly as it looks, and you hear that phrase in your head, and you go, wait a second, this seems to exactly describe what they were talking about. So this is the mythical false advertising, and can't you sue people over that? No. Like, normally you can't. That's not how it works. And generally they'll have to give it to you. So what I'm trying to figure out is where the hell this one came from. Because it's not necessarily just, it's not just Taco Bell. The one that's really getting kind of, that really, I mean, Taco Bell just does it a lot. There's a lot of just random foodstuffs that I just so happened to see on TV, looked pretty good, ordered, and I'm sorry, we discontinued that. Oh, okay. Fine. I'll have this other order then. No big deal. The one that's got my ire, as of late, is actually McDonald's, and this shouldn't surprise anyone whatsoever, because McDonald's. And I do apologize if you are a person who works at McDonald's. I do apologize, because I think that, you work for a shitty company. And it may just be the local ones. It may just be the people down here. I will admit that, because I have noticed that people down in the Big Easy treat it like the Big Take It Easy. There's not a lot of work ethic in a lot of places around here. Now, it depends on where you go. There are some places where the people, they just work their asses off. And I really appreciate that, especially when I am the consumer, because I work in sales. I understand the bullshit that you have to deal with. I have worked in food service. I understand the bullshit that you have to deal with. So believe me when I say I understand. I do. I really do. And you know what? If you're just having a bad day, that's fine. I can take bad service once in a while. There's a company down here called Cane's, and some of you may know Cane's, and God, do I hope you know Cane's. Cane's is this amazing fried chicken restaurant. That is it. That is all they sell. They sell fried chicken, and when they're not selling fried chicken, they sell fried chicken. They also have Texas toast, they also have coleslaw, and they have soda, and that's about it. They don't really mess around with their menu too much, because they understand if you came to Cane's, you came for fried chicken. If you didn't want fried chicken, you didn't come to Cane's. Cane's is a New Orleans, well, not New Orleans necessarily, but a Louisiana institution. As far as I understand, it started down here. It's named after a dog. I can particularly appreciate this. Just in general, Cane's is awesome, and I really appreciate it. Their Texas toast is amazing. Their chicken is really good. Price is a little bit higher than I would necessarily like when it comes to fast food, but the service and the taste definitely makes up for it. So as you can tell, I'm kind of a fan of Cane's. And it used to be that I only knew it from coming down here. You know, we came down to New Orleans. I used to live in Colorado. We came down to New Orleans every year, once or twice a year, and one of the things you did was you went to Cane's and you got some chicken. And that was just it. It was a highlight of my day. Let's go ahead and pick up the experimental treatment, which seems to have given me, looks like shot speed up, but range down, attack speed up. Not sure the full list of stuff here. And, of course, Judas's Shadow being the item we have in here. I'm going to go ahead and take it, just because I want to make sure that we continue getting deals with the devil. So we came down to Cane's. So we did Cane's. And to give you the level of excitement that I have over Cane's and how much I love this company, I learned at one point that there was a Cane's up in Colorado. It was in Fort Collins. Fort Collins is a 2-hour drive north of where I live. This is fast food. I was tempted to drive to Fort Collins to get Cane's. I really like Cane's. It's really good food. So, Cane's is generally really good about stuff. They're very, very good about making sure that your order is correct. They're very, very good about making sure that your food is done, which I regrettably have had a trouble with in the past with some companies. They are also very, very good about giving fantastic service, and they're quick, too. Basically, they are what fast food is supposed to be. So, I like Cane's. One day, I ordered some Cane's and got 2 pieces of chicken less than I'm supposed to, which is kind of a fairly large deal, because their meals come in 3, 4, or 6 pieces of chicken, when you're only supposed to be getting 6 pieces of chicken, for example, that day I did because I was really hungry. When you're supposed to be getting 6 pieces of chicken, getting 4 pieces of chicken is kind of a big deal, especially because there is a bit of a price difference. So, yeah, I was kind of irritated at them for shorting me what I paid for. But then I went, okay, I'll give it to you, Canes. You know, you guys have done good on almost every past attempt at getting me taken care of. I cannot be particularly upset that you guys screwed up once, and that's how I feel. And then there's McDonald's. McDonald's has to have... Now, this might be a New Orleans thing, because, you know, I remember up in Colorado, this wasn't necessarily a big problem up there. But McDonald's has to have the worst track record of any company I know for getting the order right and doing it in a timely fashion. It is ridiculous how often either I'm sitting there waiting for 7 to 10 minutes for my order in the middle of the day. Not, like, it's rush hour-ish. Like, for example, today. It was, that's stopwatch. That's actual stopwatch. Oh, yeah. Okay, guys, we may have a thing going on here. So we have actual stopwatch. That's going to slow my enemies down for me. That's also going to reduce how far they're able to shoot. See how far that slows them down? Oh, yes, this may be a run. So I went to McDonald's, as I do on a fairly regular basis. Now, I live about half an hour to 45 minutes from my place of business on a good day, so I'm a long distance away. I generally don't necessarily have time to go and actually make food on my way because they are so far out. So because of this, I frequently get fast food on the way to work because I can eat it on the way, and that saves me quite a lot of time. Depending on where I go, this could either be a great idea, or this could be the worst idea I've ever had. Your mileage may vary. So today I went, and it was at about 2:25 or so. I got to get to work at 3. And I go into the McDonald's drive-thru, and all I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get 2 drinks and 2 sandwiches. Now, I have a method for my madness, and before you ask, yes, I'm aware that this is very unhealthy, I need to fix this, I understand. So I get 2 drinks. One's for on the road, because I'm a very, very thirsty person, and one I drink basically the entire day at work. It's, you know, I'm in sales, I've got to talk a lot, I do have to do it all day long, so, you know, I get a drink. Where do I think my secret room's gonna be? Like, right here, maybe? So I'll have that drink. And I get 2 sandwiches because I don't really want the fries, and generally they're like the dollar menu sandwiches. So, you know, there you go. Not too big of a deal, right? Well, today, in a stunning display of this is exactly what I expect from McDonald's, I ended up having to wait like 10 minutes for my order, and they had 2 other people parked. Now, if your local places don't do this, consider yourself lucky, because it seems to have become an institution as of late. Parking. So you're in the fast food line, and you're generally expecting that you're going to have, decently quick service. So what ends up happening instead of getting decently quick service is that you're given... Let's see what we got in here. Sure. Instead of getting decently quick service, instead of what happens is McDonald's will park you. They make you go to what they call the reserve spot because for some reason either your food, your money, something is not coming out as fast as they want it to, and instead of putting a speed on your stuff, they put you to the side so they can take care of customers behind you. Now, I understand that one of the comments that's going to be made is that, well, if you have a line and you are taking longer than other customers, then you should be parked. And that's understandable. I can understand that. But the problem is consistency. If you're going to park me, and I can understand this, especially if I have a big order or something, if you're going to park me, then you should park other customers that also have big orders. If my order is not big, you should not be parking me. Well, I was not parked today, thankfully, but there were 2 other people, and they were taken care of first, so what's the point of parking them? So, question number 1. Question number 2, okay, this is still a dangerous room. Question number 2. Once we get past the why are you parking them if you're not going to take care of other people, is why did it still take 10 minutes to get to my order? I mean, I'm fine waiting, but why is it taking so long if you park this person, get them out of the way? So, and they got my order today right, thankfully, but frequently they get it wrong. They'll give me the wrong drink, for example, which, you know what, in some cases that's fine, in some cases I don't care, but if you're doing it frequently, if this is a semi-frequent action, you may need to go back and look at what you're doing. And this is a frequent thing with McDonald's, which, again, McDonald's, fine. I mean, I understand, it's fast food, I shouldn't really be hoping for much. Oh, this is terrifying. This is basically the exact fight that I did not want to have. Okay. Can you go after greed, please? Thank you. I appreciate it. But the other thing was, what really gets my goat about McDonald's is not necessarily the slow service. It's not that they get things wrong frequently. It's not any of that. What gets me wrong now is the dollar drinks. Now, I have already stated that I am a generally thirsty person. I drink a lot of fluids. Generally, I'll be pretty good about it, and I'll be drinking, like, water or something like that, but I do fairly frequently, I was very scared of doing what I just did, I do very frequently go and get soda. I really shouldn't, I understand that, it's just something that I do anyways. It's a thing, just, fine, right? So, I drink a lot of soda. And I got really used to McDonald's having soda on their dollar menu, and the way they worded it is that any size is just $1, which I thought was a fantastic idea because I kind of know food costs on soda is really, really low, so it doesn't matter, and the idea is it's an add-on item. You add it to other items. Fine, do that. What really got to me, though, was that, no. What really got to me about this was that they have recently apparently undid this dollar soda thing. Wow, that scared me. They recently undid this dollar soda thing. They have not stopped advertising it. So their signs still say dollar sodas. They won't give them to you because they say that they no longer do dollar sodas, but they still say there's dollar sodas. What also gets me is the concept of a large meal. So if I get really hungry, and keep in mind, I eat maybe twice a day, most days. It's usually a morning meal and an evening meal, and that's about it. I've been told that that's not good, and, well, that's what I do. So sometimes I'll get a large meal. And generally what McDonald's will say on their boards is that, this is the cost of the meal. This is the cost of and then add this amount for a large drink and a large fry. But for some reason, they charge more. They charge it for the upsize, and then they charge you more for the large drink. And it's only about 20 cents. But what is this? What am I missing here? You're charging me more than you're advertising, and you are advertising dollar drinks, and you're advertising this is how much it costs to upgrade your meal size. So why exactly am I paying more than that? Generally, I'm in a hurry. I don't have time to make waves with these guys. I don't have time to argue with them because I'm trying to get to work. And I live in a metropolitan area where there's a lot of traffic, and generally there's a accident 1 out of 2 times on the road that I'm taking. So I gotta kind of hurry. I don't have a lot of time. And I really don't feel, for McDonald's, that it's appropriate to ask me to leave 15 minutes earlier than I usually do just so I can argue with the people there. No, we're not doing that. So, but it's just one of those things. Like, I just don't understand why this is a thing. I really don't. It's just one of those things. If I have a price on my wall at work, I can try to argue all I like to get out of it. I can argue all I like that price applies to this or that or the other thing, and generally I'm telling the truth. That this is a price that does not apply to this item. There are people who will argue the hell out of me out of it. Even when they're wrong, that's the one that cracks me up the most. I really, I want Broken Ankh more than I want Trickle Charge at the moment. What do we got in here? Sure, we'll go ahead and take the treasure map. But yeah, it's just, I don't understand this concept. I really don't. I don't understand how you can advertise one price and not actually fulfill it. I don't understand how you can get away with screwing up the, screwing up your orders so much. It boggles the mind. And there was this one order that I had. Luckily, I did not have to go to work this day, so it wasn't this big deal for me. But there's this one day, I was just getting myself something to eat, and I was just waiting. And I was waiting for a good probably 8 minutes. Not 8 minutes total, 8 minutes at the window. That's where I was waiting. What was I waiting for? I have not a freaking clue. All I could hear was the manager, and you knew it was a manager because they had that tone of voice. You know this tone of voice. It was the tone of voice that I better not have to be dealing with this bullshit that I think I'm dealing with. Wow, I almost got killed there. That was just really bad. But it was that I better not have to be dealing with this thing that I think I'm having to deal with voice. I have to raise this all the time when there's something particularly stupid going on at my store. But yeah, it was that voice. And she was asking someone in the back, who I could only assume was a cook, where is her burger? Now, by her burger, she meant my burger, the one that I ordered 8 minutes ago. And again, I want to reiterate that this 8 minutes was not me sitting my entire time from order to being given my food. I can live with 8 minutes. I will just pull out my phone, I will watch something funny, I will laugh a little bit, I will wish you a happy day, and I will give you the best possible service if you ever come to my place of business. That's how I work. But if I'm sitting here waiting for you to get your shit together for 8 minutes while I'm at the window, you better have something to say. That you better have something really smart to say to your customer who you have kept waiting for 8 minutes because someone else in your organization did not feel like doing their job. God damn it. Like, I really don't understand this. Like, for example, today, I was alone at work because someone could not make it to work. Fine. He gave me a little bit of knowledge ahead of time. I understood what was up, and I made an effort to get myself coverage. What ended up happening is I had a really big purchase that ended up occurring. This is kind of an annoying fight, I gotta be honest with you guys. I had a really big purchase. It was like $900 that I had to take care of that took me about 5 minutes. And I had a line. I had a line of a number of people that were waiting on me. So I kept on looking up and went, look, I am so sorry. Especially to one guy who had been waiting for me for quite some time. He was just waiting for me to get this transaction done. And I kept on apologizing to him, and he understood. Because I was making an effort to let him know, hey, I am not forgetting you, my friend. It is something that I am working on as fast as I possibly can, and I am the only one here. If that's the case, god damn it, that's understandable. But if I'm waiting and you're not even at the window telling me, hey, I'll be right with you, what is misunderstood about this? I don't know. It's a super weird service thing that I guess people don't understand that, hey, you really should be reassuring me that you're going to be with me soon. Otherwise, I'm liable to get really upset that I already paid you and you're not giving me my money. Or you're not giving me my items. And I think you're justified. If you're... Oh, good. This is such a bad room for me. And I think there's justification. If you're waiting for your food, if you're... Or whatever. I don't care what you ordered. If you're waiting for your oil change, and you're waiting there for an hour and a half because some people are just lounging around, which I gather has happened to people. Thankfully, it's never happened to me. But if you're waiting for that, there's no justifiable reason that they shouldn't be saying something to you about this and letting you know, hey, this is why it's taking me so goddamn long to get your stuff taken care of. I am so sorry. It doesn't require giving something to someone for free, which I know is kind of the service culture that people are used to nowadays. You don't have to give someone something for free for a service like that, but you should be understanding that this person is probably never coming back. Now, there is a difference. If you're monopolizing with the place, if you're like a monopoly, like, unfortunately, you can basically do whatever the hell you want, which drives me it drives me nuts. Like, if you're a monopoly, you can just give whatever service you want. So, there is that. Yeah, that is an option. Speaking of options, there's some right there. So I guess that's an option for you, even though, that's really shitty if you're going to be doing that. But I guess that's an option for you, sure. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, let's just not hit the Demon Judgment over there. We're already over 20 minutes, unfortunately. This would have made a really good speed run, but we didn't quite hit that, which is fine. So we're going to go for the actual win, and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure how I feel about the actual game itself at the moment. Like, we have really good tiers, we have decent damage, but we don't have any way for me to come back other than Broken Ankh, and I don't know what the Broken Ankh actual success rate is. So, a little bit concerned by it. Okay, I want to go into this room. Oh dear, that's crappy. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go over here. Okay, we're going to keep on shooting from over here. Let's just stay away from the green guys. The green guys worry the hell out of me. Okay, now we go up. But yeah, it's, I just don't get that service culture. I really don't. I don't get the concept that you're not here to deliver customer service, because it may just be me. I may be wrong, but isn't that the whole point of the... Isn't that the reason you have your job, is to deliver customer service? Is that not your job? If it isn't, fine. But if it is, shouldn't you be doing it? At the very least, eye contact. Come on. Now, this may be something that I'm just, like, overly sensitive of, because this is actually my legitimate job. Like, this is what I have to do as my job, is customer service and taking care of customers and making sure that if this bullshit happens, I'm taking care of it. That may be the reason why I'm so sensitive to this and I get really irritated, because it's like, you know, I wouldn't do this to you. I wouldn't make you deal with this, so I don't know why you're making me deal with this. Maybe that's why. And actually, now that I think about it, that's probably why I'm so sensitive. That's probably why I get so irritated about this when I see this happening, especially when it's happening to me. But I'll get irritated when I see it happening in front of me. Oh, I cannot believe I did not take damage from that. You know, I'll get very irritated when I see it happening in front of me, when I see it happening to other people, mostly because if it happens in front of me, that's a pretty good indication that I'm going to have to deal with the outcome of this. Like, I'm going to have to deal with a pissed off customer that, you know, is really pissed off when he's pushing past me. I'm going to have to deal with a customer service rep who's in a not pleasant mood when they actually get to me because they had to deal with an unhappy customer because they did not take care of the customer. You know, that's probably what we're looking at. I really want to stay towards the center. We're very close to winning. I'm just very concerned. The closer we get to winning, the closer the chances I could lose. We're going to be going to the dark room. Got the negative. Krampus fight had to happen at some point. Let's just go ahead and shoot the hell out of him. Just got to make sure we're not staying too close to him. Want to take our room, take our chance to get out of the way if he decides to do that. What's it going to give me? Lump of coal is a great pickup, especially with how much damage you do. And we'll move down. I mean, there are times when I swear I want to just walk up to a manager on duty and go, hey, you know, I'm a manager, and I have to train my guys to deal with this all the time. Would you mind if I just, like, deal with this for you? Can I just talk to your associate and let him know how much of a dick he's being? Can I do that? And chances are, the thing is, I probably could. I could probably get away with it. But I'm going to do this. Okay. This is not who I want it to be. I wanted this to be Ultra Pride. I think it's Ultra Pride. But I just want to, like, I could probably get away with that. But I always have problems with that because I don't want that to come back and bite me in the ass. Like, I don't want to have, you know, I don't want to cause a problem for someone and have that same someone eventually show up in my store and cause problems for me. And chances are they wouldn't cause problems for me in a way of, like, I'm giving them bad service sort of thing, because I don't do that. You come to my store, you get damn good service. That's how I... Whoa, my God. That's how I work. But, you know, I'd hate them to come up and then just start being, like, that one cop from House from, like, Season 2 or Season 3, whatever it was. You know, he got screwed with by House, so he screwed with House. Like, I could totally see that happening to me at work, and I would hate for that to happen. Okay, I'm not too worried about this bomb fly because it's a bullet fly. Doesn't get to do much because I have slow effects. Oh god, this I tell you, this is what I needed. This stopwatch is what I needed. Deal with the devil. Come on. Yeah. We're gonna go with the coat hanger. Come on. God damn it. That is, like, not at all what I wanted. Not even slightly. Moving on. So, I mean, it's... I don't know. My rant has slowed to a crawl, and I'm not sure where I was going with it. This room terrifies me. Okay. Yeah, the whole customer service thing, you know, I really wish I could see some level of customer service actually happen in these places. Like, actual customer service, like, you're getting taken care of. Because, like, at my work, we'll take care of you. I will break company policy to take care of you. I don't know where this guy is, and there he is, okay. I will break company policy to take care of you in some cases. Now, you have to not be a jerk. Like, I need a legit reason to do what I'm about to do. And you have to be, like, I want you to be gracious about it, because if I'm gonna break policy, you know, if I'm gonna get in trouble for it, I'd like to at least hear a please and thank you or something like that. And that's not, I don't want to come across as being entitled, but I want to come across as, like, you know, you understand, you're generally, like, I'm not gonna say, like, 90% of the time or anything like that, but a great deal of the time, these incidents have a lot to do with the customer. Not necessarily a customer's fault, but this probably could have been solved earlier if one of a number of things had come true, including you actually giving us the information we asked for. So I noticed that happens a lot, in that, you know, if you had told me what I needed to know, I could have given you the correct information. You didn't, and so we're now in this impasse. And in some cases, I actually asked you for this information. Do you have a hard drive on your Xbox? Yes. Good. Great. This game needs it. Oh, okay. Then you come back 2 hours later. I'm not able to play this game because it needs a hard drive, but I asked you if you had a hard drive. Oh, well, I don't have one. So how are you going to make it so I can play my game? You know, at about that point, we have reached a point where I can no longer help you. I swear to God, this has actually happened. Along these same lines, we're partnering with a new company, and I'll be honest, I'm not really pleased where this partnership is going, because apparently I'm going to have multiple bosses now. I'm going to have people who are expecting me to make them money, which I really dislike that idea. Now, this is not like, I'm not saying, like, I don't like the idea of people expecting to make them money, because I understand I work for sales, I'm making someone else money because I work for sales. I understand. What I mean is, this is a completely separate company, and they're coming in talking to me about quotas. I have no idea where this guy is, and that is actually terrifying me right now. I don't want another company entirely to be talking to me about sales quotas. That seems, like, wrong. This is not my Whoa, okay. Okay, what am I dealing with now? Okay, pin's gonna be easy. Let's just stay above, like, the blood here. But, like, I don't want to hear you telling me that you have a quota you want me to reach. You're not part of my company. Like, you don't have that expectation of me, because you're asking me to sell a completely different product that has nothing to do with the stuff I normally sell, and you want to have an expectation like that? No. That's not how this works. But they came in, and I think that what really struck me the wrong way about these guys was, number one, it was the hard sell. They were doing a hard sell on us. We're supposed to be, like, their new partners. You don't do a hard sell on partners, on people who you're training. You don't do a hard sell on them. The people you do a hard sell on is no one, really, because hard sells are bullshit. But you should not be trying to do a hard sell on people who you want to be selling your product for you. That's just a way to give it misinformation to piss people off. But in addition to that, I am in a really bad position if she starts to brimstone, too. Please not brimstone, please not brimstone, please not brimstone. Oh, god damn it. Please refresh. Oh, god damn it. And now we're Judas. I guess we'll go for it. But that was shitty. Like, because I had that particular tier effect on screen at the time, there was nothing I could have done to not take damage there. But yeah, it was just one of those, you know, like, try to hard sell on me. That's not something you should do. You know? But I think what got me is they were trying to teach us how to ask what they call open-ended questions. And I understand the concept of an open-ended question. It's a question that leads to a further bit in the conversation. This is something that everybody needs to know, not just salespeople, but if you want to be a good conversationalist and talk to people and have interesting conversations, and if you want people to really want to talk to you, you need to understand the concept of an open-ended question. An open-ended question is a question that just does not end in a yes or no answer. And there are, people can just answer yes or no to just a lot of things. So, you can't open-ended question everything. But the idea is that you're leading to a future conversation. And in sales, it's important because you're trying to find ways to, figure out what people want. But, open-ended questions are really good just towards making conversations happen. That's kind of what you're looking for. And I think what really got to me about this training is that, they were having us do basically 20 questions. That was, that's what they were doing. And the reason they were having us do 20 questions is they were trying to teach us that, oh dear. Okay, well, we can't do that. They were having us do 20 questions. They were trying to teach us that in order to find out exactly what a customer needs, you can use open-ended questions to narrow down the thing that's right for them. Which, this is pretty obvious to anybody who's ever been in sales. You ask people questions to figure out what they want. Easy, right? Or, what they need, or whatever it is. So, we were playing 20 questions, and I was picked to be the one who came up with something. And when I was brought outside to discuss, what my idea was, I was kind of laughing. And the guy asked me, so why are you laughing? And I said, well, they're kind of asking the wrong type of questions. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, they're not asking narrow it down questions. They're asking a lot of yes or no's. And the easiest way they could do this, we were trying to, they called it a celebrity game, which is, it's basically 20 questions. The idea was that you were a celebrity and, they ask you questions until they figure out who and what you are. But people weren't asking things like, are you a guy or are you a girl? They were asking, are you this person? Hey, look, there's the guppy parts that I would have liked a while ago. They were asking other questions. And they were asking stuff like, what's a good example? Are you a guy? Are you a girl? Are they asking stuff like, is your hair blonde? It's like, well, that's not really helping you until you figure out what blonde hair would actually mean. Narrow it down in other ways first. Yeah, there's a time and a place for are you blonde, but that time and a place is not the first or second question. And so I commented this, and this guy's like, no, you don't want to, you're not really trying to narrow it down like that. I'm like, excuse me? We're trying to find the product that is right for the customer. You shouldn't be asking questions to narrow it down? Keep in mind, this is the same guy who said the best way for us to do things, because customers like to opt out as opposed to opt in, is to offer our biggest package, and then let people get rid of stuff until they're happy. Or maybe just give people what they want. I mean, this is not a very salesman thing of me, I know. I understand where the guy was coming from. I just really dislike the way he treated it. Is that actually going to reach me? No. There was something really sleazy about the way he treated it, about the way he talked to his associates, about just the fact that he's trying to train us to sell his product, but he's, again, hard sell tactics. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know. I'd prefer not to have to hard sell at all. Really, the way I like to run things, I kind of want to run my store like a mom and pop store, and the cool thing is I'm really good at doing that. So you come in, you're comfortable with us, you know that if we give you a suggestion for like a game or something, like you're really going to like that we're not giving you a suggestion because we want to sell it to you, we're giving you a suggestion because we think this is something you're actually going to like. We trade big on trust at my store. And I have a lot of customers who know very well you come to me, and I will give you a good suggestion. I will try to tailor fit my suggestions to fit you. This is kind of a known thing. Okay. This is kind of a known thing at my store. And that's how I want it to be. I really do. I don't like the concept of hard sell. Because it feels like all you're trying to do is you're trying to make money. You're not trying to help a customer out with that. At least in my opinion. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and finish up this run. I am really kind of... Or we're going to die. Never mind. Or we're going to live. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and finish up this run. I don't really have any interest in doing this run any longer. I'm kind of upset with myself for losing as the Lost like I did. I'm just really supremely irritated about the whole death to Mom, the way we died, and the fact that we didn't get 9 lives until now. Wow, this room is pissing me off. And that is the room just before the end, too. So I don't... Oh, okay. You know what I should be doing here? I should be popping that. And the maze keeps on throwing me around the room. I should be using Guppy's Paw in order to, give myself blue hearts to use. Something I should be doing. I don't know why I'm not doing it. Death, can you not? I think the one other thing that gave me the problem on this run is just this run did not have a lot of power to it. We had damage, don't get me wrong, but we didn't have, like, a super-duper powerful run. Okay, oh, come on. Stop it with this bullshit. We didn't have a super-duper powerful run. We have a lot of tiers, and we have some damage. We have stuff like Abaddon and stuff like that, but we didn't end up getting just a ton of damage. And, by the way, there's, like, as the Lost, there would have been no way I could have survived this room. I understand that. Like, I would have had to get really lucky when it comes to them just constantly jumping in order to make this room happen. Just die, please. Thank you. Okay, let's go deal with the lamb. Or not. Apparently that won't happen. I'm glad I didn't pop Empress immediately like I was planning on doing. Because that would have been a disaster. Get my 1 spirit heart. Okay. Now let's go deal with the lamb. Here, just die, please. Die so I can move on. I want to move on to my next stopwatch run. Like, if this could have been the perfect run and it just didn't quite... Oh, okay. Okay. Right, that attack happened. I forgot about that attack. I forgot he could do that. And I just got killed by it again. Okay, so we're not going to have the Empress, unfortunately. We still have pretty good damage. So I think we'll be fine. Oh, right, these Seek, I forgot. We can't see what color they are because he's slowed. So I can't see the nature of these tiers. Those were Seeking tiers. Okay, I really just want to get rid of the head. The head's kind of the thing that I think is going to kill us, most likely. God damn it! I need to stop getting hit, like, the first 2 seconds of the room. Okay, what's he shooting at me? Okay, so those are going to be Seeking tiers. But by staying the hell away, that's the Halo Flies being awesome right there. Yeah, you just keep on doing that, buddy. Okay, so now their head and body is separated. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Damn it. Okay, that's... Oh, damn. I forgot about that attack, too. Bunch of attacks I almost never see. Come on, just get rid of the head. Get rid of the head. The body's easy. Just get rid of the head. Come on. Come on. Die, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm not going to say against all odds we won, but we still won, and I wasn't really expecting to win. So there you go. Okay, guys, I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much for joining me.